Welcome to the Jon Batiste Jazz Club. And today we're going to get a quick tour of what IBS did during the course of the project. So for those of you who don't know, this actually was the west end of the casino. So we took a significant part of the casino and we chopped it up and we created this new jazz bar experience. So first of all, just a little bit of context. We started out with a completely live casino, active, patrons, everything. And the first thing we had to do was create a construction zone in the heart of that casino. So our first job was to actually create a partition wall, that's called a hoarding, and that went straight from the existing floor to the existing ceiling. Now that ceiling terminates at about 25 to 30 feet above the floor. So we had to create a separation between our construction zone and the existing casino floor. That was a bit of a structural effort because of course we had to brace it from the inside, but no one needed to see it from the outside, and it had to be attractive. So the interior designers came up with a look and feel where you didn't even know there was a construction zone going on behind those walls. We had to completely gut the space. So took away all the floor finishes, took away all the ceilings, the old mechanical system, air conditioning, etc., and completely put in entire sets of new systems, new air conditioning, new electrical, and of course the structure needed to be able to withstand the new ceiling and all the new audio, visual, etc. items that need to be supported. One of the things that was interesting is there were many different elevation changes. So on the casino floor is all flat because they have people looking at eye level and you don't want anyone to trip. There's a lot of different elevation changes inside the building. So once you get here, the lounge areas have steps up. Second tier lounge areas have additional steps. The bar area has steps up and steps down. When you go into the kitchen spaces, there are steps. When you go into the bandstand, that's of course elevated. So we had to figure out how to support all those different areas, but how to make that a seamless transition so you never realize how many times you're changing elevation. That was one thing. Like I said also, it's figuring out how to support the ceiling. So as you look, you can see there's no columns on the interior, but there's a lot of ceiling space, which is typical for casinos as well. So there's a suspension system that's on a grid that's holding up this entire ceiling as well. So that was something else that had to be figured out. And also, we have a lot of very interesting geometric features here. So this is a double curve that's cantilevered that had to be framed and supported as well. A lot of these systems were quite heavy, especially the audio and lighting systems. So the grid above that had to be reinforced to support all that load as well. So because we're in a jazz bar, of course the focal point is the stage. So we had to develop a structure for this bandstand. Reason being, whether I'm standing immediately in front of the stage, or I'm sitting here, or here, or here, you still have a perfect view of the stage. To accomplish this, we had to design structural framing for the bandstand and each elevation change area from what was previously a perfectly flat casino floor. Given that IBS served as the original engineer of record for the structures for the Bahamas project, we've been involved with the project since 2007, and it's been a privilege and a pleasure to continually be involved with the project as the site has developed over the years. And it's amazing to still be involved, 2025, and to see the jazz bar come to fruition. It's definitely been amazing for us. So if you're in the area on a Friday night, feel free to come by and take a look at our work for yourself at the Jon Batiste Jazz Club, and have a cocktail while you're at it.